Hey guys, Rinji here. Once again, bringing you the worst out of the VTuber community. And wouldn't you know it, it's another Nijisanji story. As a VTuber tries to make a very interesting argument about the use of sisters combined with the company or group name of Nijisanji, all in the effort to go after VTuber newsman false ID. So let's take a look at where this logical trail of clues has led Mrs. or Mr. Firozera, the disastrous kaiju VTuber. I shouldn't be the one to have to tell anyone this, but the term sisters is a ban evasion version of a racial slur usually used for Nijisanji fans. Although sisters as a stand-in is also just another way of shaming women for their interests. Don't use them. 1 out of 3. Besides all this, I'm not sure if people who are aware, but the certain lawyer the Purple Newsman is associating with got his start doing anti-wax videos for conspiracy theories before following the pipeline to find a new topic/audience to drag down the rabbit hole. 2 out of 3. Well, Pirozera, you and the lawyer legal mindset have a thing in common when it comes to conspiracy theories, as you'll shortly learn. As I explain how this person is just outright wrong, despite, you know, the sisters moniker here being used by a lot of Nijisanji anti-fans as an insult. Most times, people shouldn't worry about their associations, but when you use a snake oil salesman as an actual source for your news, that's a real problem. It erodes credibility and makes people question your underlying motives to defend someone more horrible than yourself. 3 out of 3. But then, you know, they used legal mindset for his opinions, for his expertise on legal matters, not sourcing anything VTuber related out of him. But then again, this is an attempt to take down false ID, because he's been on his Nijisanji crusade for quite a bit, especially since his channel got struck quite a while ago, so it's quite understandable. But you know, you gotta do what you gotta do to get him down just a peg. Let's continue. On another note, please stop asking what the term is. I'm not going to say it, but you probably can't find it easily via searching once you figure out what it is. But then, then again, some people were a little bit too dumb to figure it out. Not that I wanted to go through and compile any of this because it's disgusting. There's more than just this out here. It's been going since 2022, but sorry, it's just so silly. But let people make their excuses or explain it regardless. And here's a link to a compilation of 4chan posts where they use Nijisanji in combination with several slurs, in fact, to insult Nijifans. Like Niji N-word, Niji F slur. But Nijisister, you discover, is something that's also used alongside these. It's not equivalent by any means, because, you know, even Nijisanji fans themselves call themselves Nijisisters, which you will see quite shortly. Huh, that's interesting. Always figured it was Nijisisters because Hollow Bros. Sadly, not. But that's plausible deniability of the term. You're meant to be able to make excuses for it. It's literally the effing truth, though. Stop lying. Man, I always got really bad vibes from the dude. His crusade against Niji is taking him to terrible places. Even people like me that don't watch Niji and were concerned with how his overtly biased coverage is affecting the VTuber sphere at large. Yeah, because Mr. Newsman has this much influence and power. It's not Nijisanji constantly doing to themselves. It's not any color plummeting their stocks because of their terrible, terrible actions. The terrible actions, not only by, you know, the company employees, managers, VTubers themselves, but also the fans. Everything that's related to Nijisanji is a disaster. And that's not a hyperbolic statement, because constantly something happens with this damn group and this damn company. But let's continue reading. I noticed that he's been on his kind of timings. They struck his channel. At this point, I think it's more about trying to take them down than actually report on what's going on elsewhere. He needs new material. Well, you know, if he is a drama channel, because he is a drama channel, and Nijisanji constantly delivers on it, just like you are doing right now, then I do not blame him for seeking out content from those places. I'm sorry if I'm not in tune with this topic, but what racial slurs sisters are standing for? Alliteration with Niji. I'm very uncomfortable alluding to it. Come on, it's just a word. Just because you said it, that doesn't mean that you think it. That's not how it works. There's context and intentions behind everything, but these people don't really understand that. Through it, I shouldn't be too hard to work at, because probably the one you think of first. When I hear sisters, I think of James Charles, to be honest. I can't even find anything hinting at what could possibly be, or this even being brought up before. Where if you're on 4chan of all places, you see this particular word being used quite honest in different contexts, as an insult, as an actual slur, as a term of endearment on rare occasions. Again, it all depends how you use it. The word would definitely get you in trouble here, but originates elsewhere. The other point of the swap is to get more unsuspecting people to use the palatable version, whilst the users of the original term laugh over knowing what it's meant. It's a trick. Emoji thumbs up. No, this isn't a trick. I frequent a lot of places that are quite big on free speech when it comes to online discussions. And if they wanted to use Nijisanji combined with the slur, they would use it combined with the slur. You would get your Niji N words and your Niji F slurs, but the Nijisister thing is completely opposite of that. But again, could be used to insult Nijisanji fans very easily. But, you know, it's just one use of it, because, as I explained at the beginning, Nijisanji fans themselves also very frequently refer to themselves as Nijisisters. But again, Firozera here would know that if they actually watched any Nijisanji community outings when they talk about themselves. You have to be a quote-unquote fan to know. Hopefully, just colloquially, I mean, I'd hate to be unable to call my friends who share my rigor/artist sisters. It's about context, so you're fine. Qualifying it by having the topic be about Nijisanji then changes the word's meaning. Gotcha. I thought sister was being used as a term of annoying brat. I never knew it was racially charged. The few people I've seen use the term Nijisisters also didn't know. The original version has alliteration, but of course you can't just use it on Twitter, so substitute was created. That's an outward lie there. It's completely lying about that. But those that don't understand what the term is actually meant to be when people use it, I don't get it. I tried to Google it in Urban Dictionary, but didn't get anything helpful to understanding what it could mean. Yeah, because Firozera here is walking on eggshells around that word instead of just, saying N-word. God damn. And here's, as I was saying, here's the Nijisister website in which Nijisanji fans congregate in order to reveal private information about the VTubers that they don't like, but also the VTubers they do like. Their own little cabal, their own little place where they essentially shit on other people because it's fun for them. And here's themselves referring to themselves as sisters. Good work, sisters and male sisters. So someone mentioned adding links to the Tapa page, but I missed it all existing. Please inform. If you wonder what this is about, this is a quote-unquote debunk document, which probably doesn't exist anymore. about the DocuBird situation and Nijisanji fans being completely felted about it. It's a whole different story that I covered on a stream, so I won't bore you with it. But again, it has reached this point. The attempt to take down someone, false ID in this case, has reached a low where they making up stuff in order to paint him as the worst thing possible. So as ridiculous as it is as to say that the word sister or sisters is used here as a racial slur, because what, Nijisanji fans are now a race or something? I do not know. The person here tried to equate adding Niji N words and Niji F slurs to the same thing as sisters, but again, even if that thing, even if the word sister is used to insult them in some context or another, it's not. It's not the same story that Fiozera is there and trying to paint Falsai with. So Falsai will probably enjoy his Jakarta in peace, and the Nijisisters are gonna sieve. But for right now, that's everything, and I hope to see you on the next one.